further up, further in. I'm joined today with Mr. Paul Rogers and Senior Zack Jaubert. And today we're going to talk about how to find God in the midst of all the crazy things that are going on in 2020 with the hurricanes and you've got the coronavirus, and how do you find God in the middle of all that? So today we're going to be playing some Wii Golf, and a little bit different, we're going to actually try to speed run the Wii Golf, so it's not strokes, it's more about how fast can you go. At the same time, we're going to be talking about how do you slow down life so that you can find God even though there's all these crazy things. We got some prizes. We've got a Coke Zero for the winner. Yeah, that's right. And hopefully at the end, we can find a way to slow down our lives and find God in the middle of all this. Without any further ado, let's get right in with Mr. Paul Rogers, first up on the tee. All right, whenever you swing, we go. Ready?
That's it. I can work with that.
Yeah.
Overshot a little.
Oh no! What happened there?
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
Alright, that's fine.
But truth be told, not playing the speed round, like I'm pretty good at Wii Golf, definitely. Which is embarrassing to say, but that's probably where most of my athletic feats happen, is like in the Wiiverse.
That's a skill that plenty wish that they could have. So as well as the speed run that we just went through and the chaos that we went through throughout the run, this has been quite the chaotic year with coronavirus and coming back to school with masks and regulations and all that.
For sure.
How do you just slow down and connect with God and focus on your relationship with Him?
Being at or with my church family. My family attends the small little church that's right across the street from school, at the other corner of Palmyra and in Carrollton. And so even when we were just meeting on Sundays through Zoom, just seeing people's faces, getting to talk a little bit, and then having some kind of worship together, whether it's face-to-face, which is preferable, or Zoom, having some time with those people each week is really, really, I guess, spiritually nourishing. And so I would say that's the most important part of my spiritual life right now, is that time with what we would call church family. There just aren't as many options in terms of things to occupy your time. So I don't know that's like a lot easier, but I mean, the time is there for sure.
Right. Community prayer is very important. It is one of the biggest forms.
And so, and like the other part is like, you know, our own church tradition is we call it congregational singing, right? So there's no choir. We actually are in our church tradition, which like instruments aren't used either. So it's just all the people singing. And sometimes, and in this particular congregation, that is not always pretty, but right? It's not beautiful singing, but God finds a way to use that, like as we sing with each other, I think especially like to lift my spirits. And so again, but like that happens like most effectively when we're together. Right. It's hard to accomplish that kind of closeness through Zoom. It's you know, it'll do in a pinch, but I think being together physically is certainly the most important part of that.
Well, you yourself are an amazing singer and performer, as you showed us during karaoke, Call Me Maybe.
Yeah. I do. I am a bit of a ham, I guess. You probably don't know a lot of people that can turn ham into a 2-syllable word, but I just did it.
Of course.
Ham. But no, I do. I've kind of always enjoyed being in front, like performing a little bit. Out of bounds again. Come on, Paul.
I'm not going for the shortcut. Not doing it.
I'm not giving up. I'm gonna tin cup this sucker.
You're getting that shortcut. It didn't say nice shot, but I still think it was a nice shot.
Those faces, talk to those people, right? The singing that we do in church means a lot to me. And so that's a challenge. Like it's one thing to get to be silly and you know, and I love all kinds of silliness, but right? It's like the singing that we do together in church. Again, for me, like is like really can lift my spirits. I mean, there's no telling how many times I've gone in just a foul mood, which is not a good place to be when you're at worship. But 2 songs in or 3 songs in, like you hear other people like really kind of getting into it, and like, right, it's like even when it's like individually we don't sound good, but like collectively there's something that happens. And like if that's like 2 or 3 songs in, I'm like, thank goodness all that like gross feeling of being at odds with the world kind of just washed away.
Right.
So
they give you a little spark to start getting into
for sure.
the songs.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, thank you. It was a great interview.
No, like I really
great
appreciate.
playing.
Oh,
my bad.
right. No.
Yeah. You easily beat me. But it was great playing.
It was. Thanks so much for inviting me, Zach.
Yes.
All right, y'all, we just came back from the links. Got a Coke Zero here. Thought we might just have a conversation on just, how to find God in the midst of all this craziness with the hurricanes and the coronavirus, and just how do you slow down life, even though we were speed running Wii Golf? How do you slow down and find God?
Well, one of the things you can do is pop open a nice cold Coke Zero at the 19th hole here at Trump National Jesuit.
Just rubbing it in my face.